The Stranger Things Season 4 trailer just came out, and oh my god! Let's get into this.
What's your favorite scary movie? Amen.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the Dancing now.
Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes, death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we have a big ol' update on Stranger Things Season 4 with a trailer that is just mind-blowingly awesome. I cannot wait to get into this, but first I'm gonna need y'all to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Alrighty, so getting into this. Where we have to start, I think, is talking about all of the multiple locations that we see in this trailer. Where we see everybody and like what they're kind of doing. We get a lot more information on where the storyline is going to go in all of the separate plot lines of where everyone is and how everyone's separated at the beginning of the season and how they're probably going to converge by the end of Season 4. So in Russia, it appears that we're going to have Hopper doing like some kind of like prison break or something along those lines. Like it's him surrounded by a bunch of like other Russian prisoners and they're going to be fighting the Demogorgon at one point. Oh my god. I mean, that sounds awesome. I cannot wait to see that. It looks like, yeah, he's breaking out. He's using all these like makeshift weapons. They're lighting him on fire and they're going to fight a Demogorgon out in this field. Now, I don't know if they're breaking out of prison. This might be like the Russians toying with like their slaves, essentially. Something kind of messed up like that. It appears like they're forcing them to work on like whatever they're building to try and get into the Upside Down. Whatever their experiments are going to be, they're forcing these people to like to work on that. So they're slaves. It's horrible. And it looks like they're either fighting the Demogorgon as like for sport or maybe they're breaking out. I can't quite tell. I kind of hope it's like a prison break storyline. I think that would be really interesting to see that from Hopper, to see that those survival instincts come out from him. That would just be sick. That was so awesome for the little clips of that we got. That's my theory on that. But moving forward, we also see in California with Eleven's character who isn't adjusting well in school. We kind of already saw that in the teaser trailer, but to expand upon that now, we see that Mike is in California with 11 at one point, and she gets taken away by a bunch of dudes in suits. Now, who are these dudes in suit? Who are the men in black? Probably people who work for the government and want to cover up some secrets. And maybe they're working with Papa. Because I remember talking a little bit about how maybe the Russians were working with Papa and experimenting on the Upside Down. Maybe that's where he went, and that's kind of why he's disappeared from the show lately. But I'm starting to think that maybe he's working with the United States government to get into the Upside Down, almost like a race against Russia, like to kind of like get there before them. That might be kind of where they're going with this. I'm not 100% sure at this time. Once again, this is all just kind of theories based off of this trailer that we got. Also, we get in Hawkins, we see that, first of all, Max is flying. Okay, we got to talk about that. Does Max have powers now too, or is 11 in this shot? No, I studied that shot for like maybe 5 minutes. That's what I spent the majority of my time doing, was looking around, seeing what is going on here. 11 is not there. So we could assume maybe 11 is lifting Max into the air with her powers. I don't know if that's the case here. I think there's maybe something else. Something smells a little fishy in this scene, if I would say so. Max is flying. Does she have powers? Now, it appears that maybe some of our main characters are going to be like kidnapped by the United States government, whoever is running these MK Ultra projects, MK Ultra themed projects, and maybe our characters get experimented on, and maybe they have powers very similar to 11's. Remember, they already established in Season 2 that there are other characters with numbers who have different powers than 11. It's not just telekinesis. 8's power was that she could make other people see things in their minds, but that wasn't really real. Like, we have the cops chasing after them at the very beginning of Season 2, and then that bridge collapses right in front of him and the guy stops, but that didn't really happen. So it'll be interesting to see if some of our main characters get more powers, because there are times, like especially in Season 3, where our characters kind of felt like useless in the situation. It was like, what are they doing to help? So maybe if they had powers, we could fix some of that moving forward. There's that, and then we also see them breaking into the Creel house, which I'm assuming is in Hawkins, Indiana. That would make sense. We've already established in the show that the majority of the Upside Down activity takes place in Hawkins, Indiana, so it would only make sense for Victor Creel's house to be there and for him to be this antagonist in this new series, which leads me to the most exciting point of this entire video is, holy shit, we're getting an Upside Down version of Freddy Krueger. Listen, I want to say that that's just a theory because that's what I usually do on this page, but oh my fucking God, we're getting an upside down version of Freddy Krueger. Who needs a Nightmare on Elm Street requel when we have Stranger Things season 4? I mean, oh my God, I could barely contain. This is my second take of this video, just so you guys know. Literally, the first take is me just like crying and bawling my eyes out because we're basically going to be getting an upside down version of Freddy Krueger. Oh my God. Played by Robert Englund himself. I thought that voice at the beginning and at the end was maybe Papa. I'm like, okay, maybe they're teasing us. Maybe they're joking around. But no, this is for sure going to be some kind of upside down version of Freddy, played by Robert Englund. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I've said it 4 times at this point. I don't care. I'm just so excited. That's so cool. Horror fans have been sitting back wanting a Nightmare on Elm Street requel for like a while now. We've gotten Halloween has relaunched itself. Scream has now relaunched itself. But what's the one that isn't in turmoil with lawsuits right now? I'm talking about Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th we're not going to get for a while probably. But Nightmare on Elm Street, where has that been? This is kind of it. The Duffer Brothers are giving us this at least because every other franchise has pretty much relaunched itself that isn't in some kind of financial trouble, or not financial trouble, but legal trouble. So I'm very glad that the Duffer Brothers have given life to Freddy Krueger in a way that isn't exactly Freddy Krueger. We need a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie desperately, and if this is the closest thing we're gonna get to it, you know what? I'll take it, man. It's Robert Englund basically playing the same character is what it appears to be. And why I'm theorizing that is we actually get shots that are very, very reminiscent of Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, we get that shot where it's like the side of the dude's hand or whatever, and it kind of looks like the finger gloves from Nightmare on Elm Street, from Freddy Krueger. The other thing is that this series the season at least takes place in 1987, which is the year that one of the most popular Nightmare on Elm Street films came out, Dream Warriors. It's most commonly cited as people's favorite film in the entire franchise, or at least their favorite sequel, so it would make sense if we had a lot of references to that flick. It would make a lot of sense, considering it focuses on kids basically taking down Freddy Krueger. It would be really cool to see a storyline very similar to Dream Warriors, but modernized. Obviously not modernized, it takes place in 87, but my point is, it would be really cool to see that just be fleshed out here in a way that feels like a Nightmare on Elm Street continuation, but it isn't. It's the closest thing we're gonna get to that at the moment, because for whatever reason, they're not doing anything with that franchise. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Holy shit. A continuation to that franchise right now would be huge. I don't know why they're not doing anything with that, personally. But if this is the closest thing we're going to get to it, I will take it. That is so cool. So I'm pumped about that. The last thing I want to talk about, and then I'll end this video. I probably should have ended it with that stuff. But there are also some flashbacks to when Eleven was being experimented on at Hawkins' lab. Now, from this few shots we got of this, it appears that maybe that's not Millie Bobby Brown, because I don't think she shaved her head again for this role. I think it might be another actress or actor that's portraying the character from like before season 1. And we're probably going to learn something about the past that will be really prevalent now. And what I think that's going to be is reintroducing the character of Papa, who is, I think, going to be playing a very vital role in this new season. He has to be one of the big bad. I mean, here's the thing. This isn't like a regular season of Stranger Things. This is like a double season. There's going to be way more episodes than before. There's going to be a lot more story to tell. So maybe if on the front half of it, we have Robert Englund's character being the big bad, being this like, being the antagonist of like the first half of it, and then in the latter half, we have Papa come back, and he's kind of the big bad. I don't know how they're going to do that. That's kind of just a theory of mine right now. If I were to guess how they're going, and they're going to be setting it up throughout the first 8 episodes that will lead into the next set. That would be my guess as to how they do it, but I'm not 100% sure. What do you guys think though? Did you guys like this trailer? Were you as pumped as I am? Because oh my God, I feel like my head is going to explode at any moment. I can't believe it hasn't already. I can't believe you just haven't seen like brains and skulls splattered all over the place at this point. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the end of May when the first half of the season comes out, and then we get the second half in June. So there we go. I'm pumped. What do you guys think though? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this new video on the new Stranger Things Season 4 trailer. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content and updates on all your favorite horror television shows and mostly movies. If you want to see this channel grow, make sure to support me on Patreon. The link for that is in the description below. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.